Good morning.
Welcome, everybody.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to be here because today is the best day ever. I'd like you to say that as well because guess what? It's the best day ever for you too. Okay, so together we're going to say,
Today is the best day ever.
Okay, say it like you mean it. You don't look like you meant it. All right, come on. All right. Okay, together. All right.
Today is the best day ever.
All right. There's a little more enthusiasm.
It's my birthday.
It's Kate Freeze's birthday. It's Kate Freeze's birthday. And today is the best day ever because there is no other moment than now. There is no past, there is no future, there is nothing happening in the entire world except what is happening in this very moment. And that is where our consciousness, where our awareness is. And we have a choice of how we want to be in this moment of now. And you might as well choose that it's the best day ever, right? It's the only day ever. It's today. And today never goes away. It's always today for us. And so choosing to live in our beingness, choosing to live in our beingness as a human being, being present and aware in our life is very important. Because it's at that point in time when we are being in our being, when we are conscious, aware of what our being is feeling, how our being is moving, aware of our senses, that we begin to explore and experience the beauty of the divine. Once upon a time, there was Ein Sof. Ein Sof wanted to express itself. And it knew it had to do something to express itself. And so what Ein Sof did is it created a vessel to pour itself into. So there would be a something. And Ein Sof poured itself into this vessel, but it was so amazing, so powerful, so almighty that the vessel it had created exploded into millions and millions of pieces. And those pieces went into the deepest part of the earth, the most mundane clod. Little bits and sparkles of divinity went into everything. And the purpose of life was for those sparkles and those pieces to see each other and recognize each other and feel the fullness and the wholeness of the vessel and come together again one day as the vessel. This is the Jewish creation story. The Kabbalah is based off of this. The different points in the Kabbalah are based off of this creation story. And I really like this creation story because it reminds me that even in the most mundane thing is an aspect of the divine seeking to unite with me so I may feel the fullness, the beauty of God everywhere, at every moment. And so as you walk through your day, remember that there is that spark, that spark of divinity in everything. And it needs you just as much as you need it to feel the fullness of its expression. And one day, we will consciously evolve where we are joined together in the wholeness that already is, but we will feel it and know it. I know I'm gonna... Right. We'll feel it and know it. So I invite you to think about that today. Think about how everybody and everything around you needs you just as much as you need it. Everybody and everything needs you just as much as you need it. And that means that God needs you just as much as you need God. Because you are not separate from God. You are a part of God. You are a part of that divine creation. You cannot be taken away. There's no you and not you. You are always there. You are always there. There was a man who got marooned, a Navy SEAL who got marooned on an island. And he was on this island and he met the islanders and they got really close together. They were really kind of connecting with each other. And the Navy SEAL was like, hey, let's have some competitions. games, right? Let's compete with each other. And the island friend that he had just made was like, oh, okay, sure, you know. And so they decided to have a race. And the Navy SEAL was like, okay, we're gonna go through the river, we're gonna go over the mountain, we're gonna do this, you know, and then we're gonna hit the end. And the guy's like, all right, cool, this sounds fun. And so they said, ready, set, go. And the Navy guy, he's like, swimming, and he's like, and he's getting on the top mountain, and he's like, oh, and he gets to the top, I won! And he looks behind him, and he doesn't even see the other guy. And then he looks far away, and he sees the guy in the river, and he's like, oh, yeah. And then he gets out of the river, and he's like, and he smells the flowers, and he runs over to him, and then he pirouettes, and he goes around this, and he makes it to the end. And then 80s guy's like, I won. I was the fastest. And the other guy's like, I won. I was the most beautiful. So it's all how you see your life. Are you racing the rat race just to be the winner? Or are you stopping by along the way to enjoy the beauty of the experience of your life? I sometimes am like the Navy guy, right? I was like that this week. I don't know if you guys have those weeks where you forget that you're divine and amazing and powerful and that all the resources in the world are available and ready to you, and you forget that you're a being that's perfect and loved at every moment. I do. Anybody else? Okay, good. So I had a week kind of like that, you know, where I forgot, and I had this tension and this frustration, and I was mad at people, and people were mad at me, and you know, just like, you know, and then I got mad at everybody in line and in the car. I'm like, that's my, you know, beep, bleep, beep, beep at the cars, you know. My cursing, it's beeping. Beep, beep. Okay. And so I got really mad. And then I thought, oh, what am I doing? I have tools to help me get out of this, right? Like, I'm a minister. I don't have to be unhappy. I'm choosing to be in this. I know that things are uncomfortable and awkward, but I'm choosing to be in that mentality. And I could choose to be out of that mentality. And so I did a couple of things. I prayed first. I did a prayer, and that made me feel good. But then even after the prayer, I was like, oh, you're okay. I gotta wash my car. So I washed my car. Meditation, you know, washing car meditation. Oh, my phone. Okay. And so that was very healing and wonderful, and I was feeling pretty good. And then I went back into that place again. And I was like, God, what is it? What do I need? What do I need? And I said, just give me a sign that will help me, shift me. I need a shift. I know. I need a shift. Because shift happens, I know. And so, and I got a phone call. The phone call was from John Waterhouse. Now, some of you may know who John Waterhouse is, Reverend Dr. John Waterhouse, who is he is the community spiritual leader of our organization, of the entire worldwide organization of this religion. Like, called me on the phone on Saturday. And I saw this phone call, like, North Carolina, should I pick that up? That's so random. Who's calling me from North Carolina? I'm like, oh, okay, I hope it's not a telemarketer. You know, oh, hi, Abigail, this is John Waterhouse. And I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, what? Yeah. And John said, you know, I don't know if you got my card. And I said, no. He said, okay, well, I'm calling you because every week I select a couple of ministers and their ministries to pray for. And I wanted first to ask your permission if I can pray for you and your community this week. And I just wanted to see if you had any extra prayer requests. And I was like, well, why yes. why yes, I would love some prayer. And so he took down my prayer requests. And I talked to him about how it's challenging for me to be a minister who has a full-time job, and how much I'm so clear that this community is something really powerful and profound. That Center for Spiritual Living Peninsula is a thriving, growing, abundant community that is a spiritual resource for the people who come in, but also provides that community support and love for hundreds of thousands of people. I'm so clear that this is a place that is growing. And I said, but at the same time, I'm kind of frustrated because I know that, it's like deep down, you know how you know when you know? And so I know, but then we're only 7 months in to weekly services, and I'm like, I don't know how to get from here to there. But I know that God knows how. I don't have to know how. But I still feel this kind of like tension. It's a tension that I feel. And he said, oh, that's wonderful. He's like, of course you're feeling that tension because there's half of your spirit, there's that deep knowing part of your spirit that already feels and has experienced the manifestation, right? Because God is all that there is, and it already knows and feels and has already created. And then there's the other part of me that's human, that's in a different, I'd like to say, kind of experiential, right? In the now moment. And it's not that manifestation that I'm feeling and knowing. And he said, there's going to be a tension there. And he said, bless it. Because if you didn't have that tension, if you didn't have it, then you wouldn't be in the midst of creation. And so I invite you to think about what it is in your life that you feel down to the deep core of your being that maybe hasn't come up in your life yet, but you know it's part of your life. You know it. And bless that feeling of tension. Because it is in that feeling that you are calling yourself forward into that vision of being a greater person, of fulfilling your soul's calling. So I was amazed. I was in tears, of course. I don't know if you would be, if like the president of the religious worldwide organization called you on the phone and told you that they were praying for you, but I was in awe. And I was so happy to know that this community is on the radar of the larger organization. That this community is being prayed for. That people all around the world know who we are. They want us to be loved. They want us to have a safe space. They want us to be fulfilled and transformed. And I'm so grateful to know that for each and every one of us, to know that we are part of that thriving community. And I want to thank everybody here who brought a friend, because as you bring a friend to this center, you know and say that this is a space that is worth it. This is a space that is not only providing something for me, but that can provide something for you and you and you and you. And I'm not saying there are other spaces that can provide that. There definitely are. But there are lots of people out there seeking to find a place where they know that they are perfect and loved exactly as they are. And I can guarantee you, I love you. I love you exactly as you are. Even if I haven't met you and I'm not, we're not buddy-buddy, it does not matter. Because you are a place where God has shown up in this world. And that's important to me. You're important to me. The amazing thing that happens on this planet whenever we start coming together in community like this one, places like this, we start evolving in consciousness because we kind of catch on. There's like a group energy, a group essence that happens, and things transform in your life that you didn't even know that you needed transformed, right? And so you kind of catch on to a higher level of beingness because the collective awareness is already at that level. So even if you're not, you're pulled into it automatically. And the amazing thing is that there are more and more communities like this all over the world, all over the planet, because there's something shifting in us as human beings, and we're being a different type of human being, right? We're being a conscious, heart-centered, world-focused humanity, where there's less borders and more openness, more awareness of the wholeness of our community, right? And whenever that happens, our science evolves too. I work at Stanford, my other day job. This is my weekend and night job, and then I have my day job, and at Stanford University. I work there, and this amazing study came out recently about there is okay. At the School of Medicine, there was a molecule called CD47. This CD47 molecule in humans, it signals the immune system to not eat me. Do not eat me. And this is a molecule that cancer cells produce. All cancer cells produce. And they discovered that if they have this antibody protein that masks this molecule that says, don't eat me, then all of a sudden your body attacks the cancer and eats it. So this study has been revealed in mice. It's only been tested in mice. But it turns out that every single form of cancer that they tested with this antibody on this molecule is being eaten by the bodies of the mice, and that they are healthy at the end of the study. Every kind of cancer. They have just started releasing human trials on this. Now imagine that cancer was eliminated in our lifetime. Imagine that possibility. This is what we are creating. We're creating a conscious awareness of our surroundings that is bigger than we can imagine. A new world that really is created from love and peace, where our bodies are vessels of health and wellness. And it is totally possible for cancer to be eliminated in our lifetime. And so that is the knowingness that I have, and maybe we haven't quite seen it manifest yet, but that doesn't matter because the consciousness of the scientific experience is evolving, where we are becoming more and more aware of our bodies and how we work in the world and how we can create the best life ever. And so I know and claim for each and every one of you that whatever your dream is, whatever your possibility is, that it is manifesting right now. And all you need to do is keep holding that vision. Keep holding it, and it will manifest. So think about what is the highest vision for your life. Bless the tension that you see. And see the beauty around you, because all of you contain the infinite spark of spirit. And when we come together in community, we create something that has never been done before. And so I invite you to go, and when you go out into your community and you talk to your friends, and they say, why the heck are you so happy? And you say, I am happy because I started attending Center for Spiritual Living. Or they say, how are you doing today? And you say, fantastic, because I've been attending Center for Spiritual Living. Tell people about this, because it's true that what we are doing is changing things. It's changing the world on all different levels, personally and worldwide. And I invite you to take that on, because it's worth it. You're worth it, I'm worth it, and I am so excited about it. I can't even tell you. It's a new world. It is a new world.